Well, I just want to get on with some things here about global collapse, man. I just got to put it that way. We already are in global collapse. I hate to say it. Everybody's got their internet and their iPhones and their entertainment and electronic entertainment. But the reality of the situation is that manufacturing stinks because of the global PMI. The Baltic Dry Index is at a record low. Also, well, there's other indications, but supposedly the Hill the Beast is going to come on the political scenes, and she thinks Big Brass Lady Balls is going to freaking get her in the White House. I'll tell you one thing, man. I don't think that lady's going to make it, man. She's like delusional. And why am I bringing up the political stuff that's going on in the United States? Because I think it has everything to do with the markets. Um, Actually, I don't know if the markets are going to be able to be held up no matter what the Fed policy is, because there's too much trouble going on in China with the banking system and the real estate market system, and the reflection of a real reflection on the economy in general is oil prices. Um, but what's going to happen in the White House is going to be I don't know what's going to happen. But I don't know. Trump might make it. I don't know, but I don't know if he's going to be able to change the world, man. That's one thing. Um, but business as usual, the way things used to be over here in the United States, the normal corruption that we've had, which is not nearly as bad as what it was in the past. It wasn't nearly as bad as it is today. It's gotten exponentially worse. That's a reflection of where we're going with the economy, because you can't even trust the damn numbers coming out of the government. It's not. I can't. I can't freaking. Well, I gotta tell you, it's not some kind of conspiracy theory that the numbers coming out of the government can't be trusted. And the reason I can also state, like I told you about the Baltic Dry Index, the price of oil also, it being at the lowest it's ever been, which is the trading of the shipping of commodities going between nations and durable goods and goods in general going between nations on the high seas in shipping containers. It's the lowest it's ever been, which means global trade sucks. That's a very good indication of it. But the oil prices themselves are another reflection of problems, because higher manufacturing demand will demand more oil. There's, there's a manufacturing collapse going on across the world, not only in Europe but in China. There's far less consumer demand for Chinese goods in Europe. That's their number one customer. Even in the United States, there's far less demand for Chinese-made goods. So no matter what they do in the White House, I mean, they could throw on a big act like this Leprechaun Act over here or whatever the hell. It's not going to work, man. It's not going to work. Now, here's another thing. Oh, God, I hate to give you all this doom and gloom, but it's a reality situation. And like I said before, silver's not going to be your only thing. Um, you can look at all the charts and stuff, but pay attention to some of the other stuff I have on my channel, because this kid is looking to secure his future um, through what he buys in a practical sense, and I'm looking at things that could be very useful for people. I got a lot of knowledge in other areas besides financial areas, and I can give you a lot of practical advice on a lot of different matters. But another indication that things are going all the way downhill, and there's a reason I have this over here. 1 minute, just don't read it, don't talk, no photos, just look and see. That can explain, the legislation for the Trans-Pacific Partnership, and even Obamacare. Nobody, when it was passed, right, Obamacare, nobody can look at it. Nobody can look at the Trans-Pacific Partnership. It's basically an oligarchy that's going to be running the whole United States, the whole globe, as a matter of fact, through anybody that's a member of it. That's telling me it's amazing that people. There's only two candidates in the United States that are against all that stuff: Donald Trump and Bernie Sanders. That's it. That's it. Hillary Clinton's diehard Trans-Pacific Partnership. Ted Cruz is, and his wife, John Case or Cashel, whatever his name is. Um, it's they all are. Rubio, if he's not even in anymore, but they all are. They all are. So we're the middle. There is no middle class, man. You got to. It's like there practically is no middle class. There's like some. There's a lot of I can tell you right now. Well, I guess it's like this at all times. But I can't say, my generation with the baby boomers, man, you still got a bunch of brain dead freaking idiots out there still because that's where the main support for Hillary Clinton comes from. The older Democrats, man, a lot of them, a lot of times, not the younger Democrats, or at least a little got more brains and going with Bernie. But there's other indications that things are really looking bad in the United States besides, the Baltic Dry Index is telling you the global economy's bad. The Chinese real estate collapse, the banking problems with all the bad loans and the shattered banking system due to the real estate collapse, the lowering of the PMI, PMI numbers in China are all bullshit, primary manufacturing index. But there's also other indications domestically that there's major problems in the United States. There's a lot less there's a lot less goods being shipped by rail. There's also railroad conductors being laid off in record numbers. That's a major. See, in other words, maybe they're telling you the economy's good because so in the service economy is making a lot of money. Maybe there's family counselors and psychologists making a lot of money, like $300,000 funded by the government to counsel kids or something in schools, right? And that's all part of the economy, but that's not something that keeps people surviving, in a real sense. What you really need is like food and shelter, clothing, and roadways, and energy, and communications, and agriculture. Those type of things are like going out the wayside to the max. And maybe there'll be a new generation like this little girl on a motorcycle that'll grow up to be a strong mama like this one on a scooter and straighten things out. I don't know. It could be. But I could tell you, man, it doesn't look like that right now. There's going to be a lot of hardship, I can tell you right now, for the millennials. They got no idea what's coming at them. No idea. I also went over this theme before about the climate change. Not that maybe mankind changed the climate a little bit, but mainly it's driven by the sun. We are going to a hell of a lot colder climate, and you know what that's going to mean? There's going to be a hell of a lot less food production and vastly increased prices in food, which is effectively going to lower the real purchasing power of food assistance for poor people. Yeah, in a way, it wouldn't be so bad if Trump didn't make it in office, but I think Hillary is going to wind up not being in office either. Maybe Trump will be in office. I don't know, but I don't think Hillary's going to make it. I don't know who's going to make it, but I don't think Hillary's going to make it. I don't think she is. The Clintons are kind of like out the door now, and that's one good thing. But all the damage that's been done by the Clintons is going to be with this nation for decades because we have given away our national security. And that's not like a little catchphrase. It's like she sold big time secrets to national foreign powers for money being laundered into the Clinton Foundation. And that's why she kept those emails and information on that private server so nobody can examine it, right? Actually, today, an American woman's going to have to be walking around like this girl here in Alice in Wonderland with the AR-15, the way things are going, to be safe. That is one problem where do not hope that silver does go up to some astronomical heights, because if it does, that means America is not going to be safe to go anywhere or do anything. I'll tell you that right now. Be careful what you wish for. That's what it comes down to. I know that the same guys, the same even gals, even in some cases, but usually it's guys. People, they're experts, and there's even one guy in here. I think he's like an 18 or 20-year-old financial guy with something. He's got a tie on and stuff. He's really young, and he's telling you everything about silver and the markets. And he's like, I forgot what the hell this guy's name is about. I don't listen to him anymore. But he's like, he hasn't been around. I don't know how the hell he would even know. I think he's just reading off a script or something. But the thing is, these are the same people that were telling you the sky was going to fall, buy silver at any cost. It's going to go, $50 is a great deal for silver. Now, yeah, I screwed up when I said $24 was getting a good deal. I didn't think it was going to go down to this low, but I didn't tell people to go hog wild on it after it hit 30. I know that, and I kept all my videos back up. I only bought a very tiny bit of silver that was like Canadian Cougars at around $30 or something. But people were pumping up. There was silver people pumping up the crowd to buy the stuff at extreme highs, and now they're back on again. Everybody's gravitating to them. I'm like, God, this is hopeless. If I actually, say I was Karnak the magician and I knew everything. Oh, by the way, this is a picture of the average Hillary voter. There's something wrong with them. I think they got a nail in their head or something. That's probably what it is. But anyway, the older generation mainly. But if I actually predicted accurately, and I was telling people, wait, and I didn't notice though. I didn't think silver was going to get clobbered the way it did. But say I knew silver was going to go to $15 or $14 an ounce way back when, right? And I was telling people that when it was $45 and $48, I probably would have about 99% thumbs down on my videos at that time. I know I would. That's one reason I don't really say 100% what I think, because I try to tell people, but then I know how the shit is, man. It's like you can't tell people exactly what you think, because I got hammered for saying that silver was a high risk, potentially high reward investment back when it was over $40, and people were like, "What are you gonna do? Buy fiat?" No, you don't. I don't know. I went into that discussion so many times before, but if you have a capital gain, and what you do is, yeah, of course you don't sit on cash forever, but you have to take cash because cash, the American dollar, is the medium of exchange in this country, and so you have to take cash to buy something else. I mean, when a company sits on land for 20 years, say for instance, and they sell it, and it's like, go to get these millions of dollars of capital gains. Yes, they're going to have cash, but they don't keep it that way. They reinvest it into the company somehow, or they buy something else. But that's what you have initially. So I'm always looking at whatever the next move is. I expect when silver is going to be really high, land values and durable goods are going to be very low. But for most people, America is going to be like zombie land, like old girl here. They're going to be like living in a container house, just staring into space, man. That's what the place is going to be about, and wasted. I don't know, like, where things are really going to be going, but the smart people that are going to stay strong are going to be the ones with silver, but not just with silver, but, and I'm going to tell you something. When I am putting some of these other videos out on other topics, like, K-bar knife or something, or stainless steel 5.5 inch adapter 9mm for a single shot 12 gauge. It's a great survival rifle, by the way, because it's very simple, and you can have a 9mm rifled barrel in it too. For $50 or something. Right? I'm not getting any kind of hookups from these manufacturers at all. Nothing. It's something that I have some knowledge in other areas. Did a lot of shooting. I know a lot about that type of stuff. I know a lot of stuff about various tools, and try to buy USA and try to support American products. Actually, the only way for us to get out of this kind of crap is that people, when they get a windfall with cash, they buy durable goods that are manufactured in the United States of America, that are high quality, that they can get a lot of useful life out of. That's what will really make America strong again. And also getting into agriculture, and I got to definitely start doing that. And I probably will put some videos on that. The jacket and tie, suit and tie stuff. I can tell you, I did the suit and tie shit forever, man. Even all the way back in high school, man. I went to the best premium high schools, prep schools going. And also worked in accounting and some of the big, it's like the biggest construction firm in the Northeast, that's for sure. But it wasn't just that; it was a whole bunch of things. It was a Jewish family, actually, and also some of the biggest projects here in Florida. And doing controller service, I was the main controller services provider, And I've also seen, and where planning was done on silver mines in Nevada. And also, I got a lot of information even on mowing mines from other people that were trying to buy them out and stuff. That was interesting stuff. It didn't happen, but it gave me a lot of insight into what goes on in the mining industry too. Um, it also made me aware that, well, it's a game, and a lot of people with a lot of experience will tell you that the spot price is BS. The spot price is total freaking fluff. Um, it's a manipulation whereby they bring it down not just to short the market or make market money on that. They do is they try to bring it down so they can drive out all the miners or the smaller miners so they can come back in there and buy them up in pennies out of dollars. So all these people that know everything about the mining industry and they're owners and they're running the show and they're on the hook for bank loans. When they default on the loans, they all go bankrupt and everything. Um, what happens is they wind up losing everything they put 15 years into, and then Wall Street comes by, buys it up, and there's some kind of managing company or whatever the hell it is, some kind of group or whatever, and they wind up hiring back these people to work for peanuts, and then they drive the prices back up, and they're in the driver's seat, and they get to reap all the profits. It's not just a matter of them playing the markets; they actually own. They're going to do this with the oil. They're doing this with the oil industry. Um, I don't know if the oil rigs are going to completely close down in the United States, but um, if we looked at a projection of what's been going on over the last year or so, if we looked at the curve, the way the oil rig count has been dropping, there would be zero oil rigs in this country, the United States, by August of 2016. I don't think that's going to happen because it looks like oil's kind of like bouncing back up again a little bit. So, and I think, well, the whole key for silver to go up, oil's going to have to go up. Agricultural prices are going to go way the hell up, and it's not going to be a picnic when silver goes really high. Not. That's why be careful what you wish for. And if silver goes to $50, it's just going to be all these same people. Yeah, I think it's going to go well beyond $50. I think it's probably going to go to $65 to $75, or maybe even more than that. It depends on how bad things get. But the people that were out there before telling you, as soon as it goes to $50, there's going to be people telling you it's going to go to 500 thousands of dollars. If it goes that damn high, we're going to have rampant civilian unrest in this country, probably worse than what's going on in Caracas, Venezuela, where the lights are probably going to go off. Okay? It's going to be that damn bad. So don't wish for. I don't want it to go that crazy, man. It'd be nice if it just goes to like $75 an ounce or something, and things don't get that bad. But we do have some serious problems in the United States. Like the indication is, like, again, there's a lot less goods being transported by rail. That's in the numbers. Um, there's also problems. I forgot. Well, let me get on with the rail thing. The rail, there's also a lot less conductors. Conductors and railroad conductors are being laid off. That's telling you there's a lot less shipping of goods going on in within the country, right? Um, Now I know some of the Walmart stores are closing down, but that's not really because of bad retail sales all the way. Yeah, in Walmart, but it's picking up the slack. Amazon, it's being picked up in e-commerce. That's picking up a lot more, and also eBay and stuff like that. Um, China, they're basically having a pretty much a total collapse over there, all the way. Um, Not just in the manufacturing sector, but it's been going on for a long time in the real estate sector. There looks like the real estate market in the United States is starting to roll over again. I think Donald Trump might get in trouble on that area because he's gotten a lot of his wealth over the last years because the particular areas he's been in real estate has been he's been in like the commercial this main best primo commercial city real estate, not like small real estate residential stuff. He's been in the area where it's been done the best, and if there's a problem, a major problem showing up in the markets in the United States, it's going to show up in the real estate market. It's going to not, if it shows up in the equities really bad, it's going to show up in real estate market too. But anyway, if you still got a Harley and you only got a 2-gallon peanut tank on it with a Sportster tank, 2.25 gallons, as long as you got your siphon hose and there's plenty of gas guzzling Mercedes around there, you can always siphon enough gas to get you around, right? So anyway, that's one thing I always like about bikes, man. You don't need too much gas to freaking go 100 something miles. Anyway, I know some people give me shit because I ride a Sportster. They go, "You gotta have a big twin." Well, I don't like big twins. I like Sportsters. Man, that's a girl's bike. Fuck you. God damn. Some people are just assholes anyway. I get that shit from times from people. I'm like, get the hell out of here. I got my reasons for riding a sporty 1200 Andrews cam, Baisley valves, S&S bottom end, ported heads, CC'd. I don't know what else is on here. Open pipes, performance ignition. So, but I don't. I can't. I remember I couldn't really talk about that in the office because, as soon as you talk about those things in the office, they're like, "Well, wait a minute. That means you can't know accounting or numbers." Well, bullshit, bullshit. I was like 99 percentiles in my mathematics and SATs, and I actually got who's who for scholastic achievement in school. Yeah, no bullshit. And that's not. I got the stuff in the office over there. Got the plaques, and I got this stuff from this New Jersey senator and all that, congressman and all that for getting full scholarships and all that. And it was due to that was due to scholastic achievement. But somehow the professionals make me want to throw up. They talk so phony. I don't like talking like that. I don't give a shit. I used to have to talk more professional when I was in New York. Well, I still work in a CPA firm. Sometimes I'm always there every week for sure. But I don't really do that shit because it's like makes me want to throw up. I don't like CPAs, man. I mean, not that, I just don't like that shit. It's like they know one thing. It's all they know. So anyway, but honestly, we are coming up to. And I tell you, if there's a total collapse, I mean, a lot of these people that are, know everything about, the financial world, they're going to be they're going to be SOL up the creek without a paddle. Because we've been top heavy in the financial world for many years now. And that is something that is probably going to really change radically. If you look back in the 1800s, we've been mainly, most people were farmers. Then it went to skilled laborers in manufacturing. Now it's mainly in the financial world or government services. Talk about fluff. What do they really do, man? It's like freaking revolving paper. I look at all this crap. I mean, I'm like, I'm aware of a lot of rules. I'm like, wow, that's interesting. I could be really, I mean, I like doing it more like when I was like trying to, we were building something, a major project where people can live or, do commerce or whatever the hell it is. I just don't like it for financial purposes only. I kind of like it for planning purposes to make sure we make a profit and we keep going and we realize that we're meeting the customer needs. But, I'm not too much for the other things. And yes, there are a lot of people with, there are a lot of women here that think they got big brass lady balls and they're total screw-ups. I can tell you that right now. It's not just Hillary, man. There's a lot of attorneys out there. I think I know everything. I ran into a lot of those people, and I guess I'm, I guess I'm a little like a Trump because I kind of tore him up a little bit sometimes too. Kind of a lot actually, in a cute way. Without because they're really stupid in a lot of ways. But anyway, also want to tell you something else and this goes along with what Harry Dent says. Now, Harry Dent is a guy I really do not respect, okay? I mean, if you heard of him, he was the guy in 2011, he called for the Dow to be under 5,600 by 5,600 points by 2014. He used to have an ETF called Dent after his name. It got delisted for bad performance, right? And he's made a number of bad calls. But he does have one point about something about demographics, about the baby boomers are getting older. But you know what? It's going on throughout the whole globe. And by I think it's 2020, um, there's going to be more 65-year-olds than 5-year-olds. That's the first time that's ever going to happen in human history. Now, maybe that wouldn't be a bad thing if the 65-year-olds were not like old and it was just a number and they had like, 50 years or 40 years of work experience and skills and they kept going. But if they're all like, it ain't going to work, Like me, when I'm 65, that ain't going to be too much longer, man. Actually, I'll probably I'll probably be pretty damn vibrant, man. So, because I'm pretty damn busy. But let me say this: that's actually going to be a problem too. So the demographics itself is a major forebearer of where the economy's going, right? Anyway, and if you look at Hillary Clinton, as that kind of over 65, forget about it. I mean, Bernie, I could handle. Bernie he's older than Hillary, but at least he's got some pizzazz in there. I don't know how old Donald Trump is. He's probably 60 something or whatever the hell he is, but he's got a lot more pizzazz than both of them. So anyway, just want to say that there is a global collapse coming. No shit. We're already in it. It's not like they're lying about these numbers, man. The economy is there because it's a lot of it's being funded by the government. State levels, local, especially up in the Northeast. If you look at some of the property tax values up in the Northeast, man, that's funding a lot of stuff. The actual real tax rate up in some of the states up in the Northeast and also in California, that's actually funding the economy. But it's not. It's a temporary thing because they're bleeding this sacred cow, or the goose that lays the golden eggs. They're not, there's not going to be nothing left of them. They're collapsing the hell out of the middle class, and more people are done. And I think that's really what the hell they want to do. Their plan all along has been to deindustrialize the United States. Now I know Donald Trump wants to make USA great again, but I'm telling you, a lot of times in my videos I'll put out some made in USA things that I think are good products that I find a lot of usefulness to. I got no financial affiliation with them at all, in the least. I don't play, I don't sell the stuff. I have nothing to do with them. Alex Jones, in a way, I think in the last few years he's gotten a lot better than he used to be. I realize that now. He used to be really bad, I think. But he does sell a lot of stuff on his site. Every video he's got out there, he's got at the end of the last minute, he's pitching something he's selling. I don't do that. Maybe I'll put some stuff out on what I think is a good idea, and I give advice on some things. But it's all my personal opinion. But I'm trying to help people out. I'm not trying to, enrich myself by selling a product. I'm not doing that deal. So, but remember that silver, and the reason I'm mentioning that is silver is not the be-all, end-all of your survival. No way in hell. And I don't know if you're one of those people that's just going to be following around with the charts and all the giddy rumors, you're going to be one of the sunk ones. So it pays to look at a broad base of different things that can help you survive, and that's why this kid doesn't just put out silver videos, okay? Health videos I think are number one. Health is more money. It's more important than wealth. It'd be nice to be healthy and wealthy, of course. But if you're sick as a dog and you look like Soros or something like that, or you look like Warren Buffett, and Warren Buffett, by the way, is the biggest damn crook going, do not respect that guy. He's a damn crook. He's in with the freaking global elite, the freaking crooks in action, and all the other bullshit, okay? That's how he got his money. He's not all smarts, man. A lot of it's crookedness. A lot of people say, well, how come you're not like Warren Buffett? Well, because I'm not like him, that's why. He's evil. And let me tell you, though, that you don't want to look like them. You want to be young and vibrant, That's more important than anything. So health is like number one. And, you know, I can't tell you on my health videos actually, sometimes I put videos out on stuff that I tried that I think it helped me a lot. And I did have solid research as to why. Oh, there goes Putin the Cat. He knocked something over. I do have some solid research on as to why, it worked. But sometimes people want triple blind studies on everything, and I'm like, for crying out loud, man. You think I'm gonna be able to give you all that information? I give you the best information I possibly can. But like again, I'm not trying to steer anybody wrong or enrich myself with products, and I got no financial connection to nobody. So that's just how it is, right? And I got no financial. And some people accuse me of having financial connections to the silver brokers or whatever the hell it is, and the dealers. I have no connection to them. And, you probably think I have more connection to Harley Davidson. And I got no connection to them either. I just like Harleys. Okay, I like the Sportster better. I think the Big Twin went to shit. If I got a Big Twin today, it would be 100% pure S&S. It wouldn't be Harley Davidson. It would look like a Harley Davidson, but it would be pure S&S. Right? So, I'm genuine as genuine can be on this damn freaking YouTube. And, I help people as much as possible, but I don't know. People give me a lot of shit. I'm like, screw it. Come on, man. I'm not here to take a freaking ongoing 50 comments argument with somebody, you know, calling me names and shit. I mean, there's some people out here doing that shit, but generally speaking, that's not the case. Most people are cool. But, as your channel grows, you get a mixed bag. But generally speaking, most people are really cool. I have to say that. Well, let's just hope things work out, and the White House turns out to be a nice place, like Leprechaun Land, and Trump gets in there and stuff like that, and the Secret Services says hurrah, and they love it, and they all fire their guns up in the air in celebration. I don't know, whatever. I said, a vote for the Second Amendment, right? I would laugh my ass off if they did some shit like that. Secret Service, yay, Trump's in. They'll start firing their guns up in the air. Like cowboys or some shit. Anyway, over and out. Get too crazy here. And have a good day. And don't sweat the shit. And, I think, I want to leave you with this. I think it actually is going to take 2 or 3 more years before silver really hits its height. One reason I think is because it hit that magic 80 to 1 on the silver to gold ratio. That's a high resistance point. The last time it did that, it took a few years to go down to like 20 something to 1. If it goes down to 20 to 1 and gold is even only at $2,000 an ounce, that would put silver around 100. Man, that would be pretty damn good. But, it's like really hard to guess where the exact top is. That's all I got to tell you.